The positive trend of somewhere around 76,000 crore coming in as a inflow into the mutual fund industry. The mutual fund industry is showing somewhere around an average or a month-end AUM of somewhere around 25,93,000 crore. That is 26 trillion rupees is the size of the industry. Right. That is a very, very positive sign to look at it. The equity flows have started showing some sort of a rebound compared to the previous month. There is an increase, marginal increase in the equity funds. But whatever the variations that you have seen is mainly because of the liquid funds. So liquid funds are always volatile. So to that much extent, last time the liquid funds was somewhere around 96,000 crore. This time it is around somewhere around 70,000 crore. So that will have an impact on the overall AUM flows that are coming in. The credit funds, if you look at it, the credit funds have shown negative outflows there. Right. That has also pulled on, but it is not very high negative outflows, somewhere around 1,200 crores, 1,400 crores, those sort of outflows are happening. But I would say that overall, I would say that the mutual fund inflows are positive. It is doing reasonably well, and we believe that this trend will continue. On the debt side, the pain, we'll have to wait and see how the pain pans out, especially on the credit side, credit fund side. But otherwise, if we look at the way in which the monetary policy has turned its stance from neutral to accommodative, followed with a rate cut, I would say that this is the right time to stay invested in the gilt fund and also in the high quality income funds.
Right. So I just wanted a word on the certain categories which fall under the income and debt oriented schemes, like the credit risk fund category, which saw outflows of more than 4,000 crore rupees. Some short duration as well as medium duration funds, they too saw outflows in excess of 1,000 crore rupees. What do you make of this? And given that the sort of news flow that has come in on DHFL and other entities with the stressed assets, overall the debt side, which contributes the most to the total mutual fund industry flows, would according to you be suppressed for the next couple of months from here on?
No, but these funds, whatever we are talking about, those type of funds, I don't think they form a huge part in the overall AUM. The overall AUM mainly is driven by the liquid funds. Okay. And in liquid funds, the fund flows are intact. So we believe that the funds flow will continue to remain intact over the next couple of months. We don't have any sort of thing. But having said that, yes, there is a pain which has happened in the credit funds or the ultra short-term duration funds and those sort of things, where maybe I believe that the investors will reassess their situation based on the credit event that has happened and then take a call as to what he needs to do in the future.
So also, if you could help us understand how has been the traction in the balance fund category. We've seen 4 consecutive months of negative outflows. What was that number, if you could help us with that, in the month of May?
Essentially, this time also there is a negative flow in the balance funds. It is coming out of, I would say, the dividend factor. So hopefully we believe that in this budget, if let us say the government looks at promoting savings through the mutual fund route and corrects that anomaly of the fund, the dividend way of taxing the dividend in the mutual fund industry, if that happens, then you should see much more positive traction happening in the balance funds.
Right. So notwithstanding the fact that the previous months saw new fund offers in both the multi-cap as well as the small cap space, the mid and the small cap schemes, they have seen consistent inflows of more than 1,100 crores for a second consecutive month, at least because of the classification that we have nowadays. Is there a transition that you are seeing in the investor mindset or the investor psyche, that more money is being deployed now to the smaller cap and the mid cap schemes?
I would say that as they have started looking at the mid cap and small cap funds, because the valuations look a little bit attractive, because last year there has been a huge downward revision in the valuation by more than 50-60%. Right. So I think they look at this is the right time for them to re-enter that space. So that is where I think you are seeing those flows coming into the mutual fund, especially the small cap funds and the mid cap funds.